Yo, what's up everyone? Back for a NBA video for this Friday slate. We got 9 games tonight. Let's get right into it. You can drop a like and subscribe down below. And you can visit the website, dfsprocess.net, if you want to join. Yesterday, able to double up on DraftKings with a 262. Only a 3-gamer yesterday. We got a nice 9-game today. So, making this video for the second time. The first time, just couldn't get it to upload for whatever reason. But hopefully this time it goes through. And I'll be back later tonight with an NFL video. So, keep an eye on that. We got a lot of really good priced guards on the slate. At point guard, I like Luka a lot, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, all three really good plays. If you're going cheap here, you can go Rozier, 6,600 in a bounce back spot. I don't mind him at all. I don't mind like Ja Morant at 6,400. Even cheaper, RJ Barrett, Fred VanVleet stick out, Ricky Rubio, 56. Even cheaper than that, you can look at like Elfrid Payton is probably one of my favorite value plays at 4,600. He's going to be drawing the start. That's what Fizdale said, and he played really well in his first game off the bench. So he has that monster upside to really put up a huge score at only $4,600. Really, really good value. Even if he plays 25 to 30 minutes as a starter, that would be a really good return most of the time. But we know he has that slate-breaking upside. So 4,600 for him against a Brooklyn team which is not really good defensively. Irving is a lot more focused on the offensive end, so his defense does take a hit at times. I'll lock in Elfrid Payton at 4,600 as a value play. Just really, really cheap for a guy that has triple-double upside. At shooting guard, I love Bradley Beal again. First game, he shot just 7 of 25, under 30% from the floor, under 10% from three-point range. Was just 1 assist shy of a double-double, though. Still finished with 45 points. Even if he hit like 40% of his shots, you're looking at a guy with over 50 points in his last game. He has that 60-point upside, too. Only played 31 minutes, too, so we know that in close games he's going to be seeing like 34, 35, 36 minutes. Hopefully this game can stay pretty close against OKC. It's going to be a fast-paced game. Probably matched up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Decent defender, but Bradley Beal is just matchup-proof. And in a fast-paced game, he can really have a huge game here. Expecting a big performance out of Bradley Beal. His price tag went down too. He's just way too cheap for a guy that has that 60-point upside. Now that he is the top dog in Washington, or now that he doesn't have John Wall for the whole year. At small forward, we got the price tag have risen on some of these guys. Like Ingram went from 58 to 71. Buddy Hield is questionable. We'll see if he can go. We do have some value on the slate with center, especially. We'll touch on that when we get there. But other guys I like at small forward don't mind Bacon here, 5,700. He's just going to have to play a lot of minutes this year. He took 21 shots, which is really encouraging in the first game. Played 33 minutes. 5,700, not the greatest per minute. Not the greatest point per dollar play, but definitely viable at that price tag. Don't mind Kelly Oubre. Don't mind Prince, Covington. I think all four of these guys are pretty enticing. If I had to rank them, I'll probably go Oubre, Covington, Prince, Bacon. If going about sub 5K, you can look at like maybe Barnes here, especially if Hield is out. We'll have to take a little bit more offensive role. Don't mind OG Anunoby at all, 4,300 for a guy that played 36 minutes. It was an overtime, but he's still going to play over 30 minutes at only 4,300, a really good value play against the Celtics team, which is going to be missing Enes Kanter, which is just not very good defensively. They're going to be playing like Gordon Hayward at the 4, Jason Tatum at the 4. So it's going to be a tough matchup for them, trying to keep up with like OG and Pascal especially. And then with Marvin Bagley sidelined, you can look at Trevor Ariza at 3,600, although I think Bellisi has a better play. And then finally, Tim Hardaway Jr. at 3,500, just so cheap. If he gets hot off the bench, he can put up a huge score, a huge return at that price tag. Just really cheap for a guy that's going to play 20-plus minutes off the bench. So I definitely would look at Tim Hardaway Jr. at just 3,500. Power forward here, my favorite play is going to be Siakam, 8,100. We saw what he's going to do this year in the first game. He's just going to take over. He did foul out in that game, but he was a monster on the glass, scoring. Only had one block, but we know he can fill it up defensively as well. He's just going to have a career year this year. It's pretty obvious without Kawhi. He is taking over. He got the max contract. The Raptors play a very, very tight rotation. 7 guys, really. They played 8 in the first game, but really it was 7 guys that played at least like decent amount of minutes, and the starters played heavy minutes, especially Siakam before he fouled out. Siakam, Lowry, Van Fleet are just playing so many minutes. Gotta love Siakam here. Matched up, he's just gonna have a mismatch in this game, matched up against like Tatum or Hayward at the 4. Neither one of those guys can keep up with him, and they don't really have a rim protector with not that Cantor is, but they're gonna be matched up like Tice at center probably. I think Pascal's gonna eat. He's gonna be able to get to the glass whenever he wants. Don't mind Kristaps 76 in a fast-paced game against the Pelicans. Don't mind like Bryant or Jaren Jackson at 66, a pretty nice price tag for Jackson. He has a pretty high like range of outcomes though, but he's definitely solid at that price tag. PJ Washington, 6,400, I think can have a really good game. He played 38 minutes, so that's very encouraging. Cody Zeller might miss too, so they're going to need his size down there. And he was a 12th overall pick. They're going to give him a lot of opportunity, and he definitely showed out and made a case for it, making 7 of 11 3-point attempts. Already talked about Oubre. I like him. I like Prince a little bit, Covington. I don't mind going, I think that's like the main guys. And then if you want to go very, very cheap here, Bellizia is probably the way to go at 3,600 without Bagley. The Blazers play big, so I would expect Bellizia to play. Definitely is a better matchup against Collins than Ariza would be. And filling in for Bagley last season, he was starting earlier the year last year, and he definitely had some big games like 30s and 40s. $3,600, one of the better point per dollar plays on the slate. I'm going to go with Siakam, though, just because I love that price tag. I love the matchup. Him and Beal have 60-point upsides at very, very cheap prices. So those are the two guys I want to go with. And they allow you to fit in a third superstar. And at center here, the two top plays are going to be Towns and Jokic for me. I really like Jokic here, though, at 9,300. You're getting a big discount from Towns. Still has that monster upside, just like Towns does. In his first game, he had like 3 fouls in the first 4 minutes, so he sat down on the bench very early. Missed the first half, missed all the rest of the first half after he got those 3 fouls. But in the second half, had a big half, 24 minutes only because of that foul trouble. 20 points, 13 rebounds. If he add another 10 minutes on that, like you would expect him to play 34 minutes a night. That's like, you're looking like 50, 55 fantasy points. In a matchup against the Suns without DeAndre Ayton, who has been suspended, he should absolutely dominate the paint. Aaron Baines is not going to be able to stick with him when he shoots his threes, when he goes outside. I'm expecting a big game from Jokic at 9,300. And then I think Whiteside's in play against this Kings front court, 7,200. Don't mind. Already talked about Washington, Jackson. And then I think that's, if you're going to be paying up or I'm going to be paying down for value, I don't see myself really going the mid-range as center. One of the better value plays, I think this one could be a sneaky play because we don't know if he's going to start or not, but I think DeAndre Jordan has the potential to break the slate here if he does start. I think he could start here. Jared Allen did not impress in the first game when he started. He missed the 2 free throws at the end of the game, which would have sealed the deal, and we know DeAndre Jordan's a much better free throw shooter, as he showed last season where he shot 70% after being a terrible free throw shooter the early part of his career. 4,400 against his former team. He did play with the Knicks part of last season. I think he could dominate here if he gets the start. Just got to keep an eye on that starting lineup. Because $4,400, a guy that's too cheap for a guy that can absolutely smash at his salary. So that's what I'm liking at center. And then also, if you want to go with the value, the pump plays, you can go to Aaron Baines as a cheap guy filling in for DeAndre Ayton. You can go there, Daniel Tice's of the world. But I think going up a little bit to DeAndre Jordan gives you that added upside. So going back to Jokic here, 93. And then the other two spots at guard, I'm going Fred VanVleet just because I love that price tag on him. Still very cheap for a guy that's going to play like 40 minutes a night. He's going to be a really good scoring option for the team. He's just going to have to be. He's going to have a career year just like Siakam. Good player, and the matchup's fine here against the Celtics team. They're not going to be very good defensively at the guard position with Kemba. Probably going to be matched up against VanVleet. I would expect Jaylen Brown to be matched up against Lowry. So definitely the easier matchup. Kemba is not a good defender at all. Definitely love VanVleet at 5,700. And then at util, I'm going back to DeAndre Jordan here just because I think he's going to start in this game and I think he can crush his salary. So this is what I'm liking for this slate. We got the 3 superstars, Bradley Beal, Siakam, Jokic, and then 3 really good value plays, and definitely Elfrid Payton because he's going to start. Definitely VanVleet, and then probably DeAndre Jordan in case he does start against the Knicks. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I will update you guys if anything changes in the comments or on Twitter. You can like the video if you enjoyed, and good luck today.